How are we doing, everyone? Hope you're well. Mr. B here, back today with a quick little collection update video for you. I only started picking stuff up this year, back in probably early last month. I didn't buy anything really the first few months of the year, but picked up quite a bit of new stuff recently. Some new albums and some old classics that I've not got on vinyl before, so I'm very glad to have all of these in the collection. So we're going to get started after the usual quick sip of coffee. I'll do what I normally do, start off with the lighter side of things, then we'll progress towards the end with the more heavier side of things. So we're going to be kicking off today with God-Shaped Hole from Those Damn Crows. Those Damn Crows are from Wales, if you're not familiar with them. Very simplistic, hard rock sound, very slickly produced. This is their fourth record, and it's just as good as everything else I've ever put out. 4 albums from these guys, and all of them are good. And I'm really enjoying this latest one. It doesn't hit quite as hard as a lot of hard rock. It's very slickly produced, but I really enjoy these guys. Here we have the inner sleeve with a picture of the guys and a few little credits there. So printed inner, of course. Good old black vinyl with some very simplistic centerings. These guys are great. I've been with these guys from day one when their first album first came out. They used to be featured on a podcast I used to listen to, which always featured new bands. And I've definitely stuck with these guys. Really enjoyed this record. Great vocals from Shane Greenall. Yep, that's the one. Drums are great. Everything else is great. Some nice guitar work. Really good album from these guys. I actually forgot this was coming out. My wife actually got me this for, I think it was my birthday. It might have been Valentine's Day. But Dancing with the Enemy, first track, great. Really good chorus, very catchy stuff. Glass Heart, track 2 is excellent. Dreaming, Let's Go Psycho. Side B, got The Night Train, Turn It Around, Still. If you're looking for newer rock bands to get into, I highly recommend Those Damn Crows. Really good stuff from these guys. Easy to sing along to, well produced, some nice riffs. Their fourth record, and just as good as the 3 to come before it. That's the first one today. On Earache Records, Those Damn Crows, God-Shaped Hole, which came out earlier this year. Great stuff. Another album I didn't even know was coming out, so my wife got it for me. Here's the latest album from Black Spiders, and this is Curses. Really, really good album. Again, very simplistic, kind of old school hard rock. Hits a bit harder than Those Damn Crows. These guys feature Wyatt from Planet Rock, with DJ on Planet Rock on the drums. Here's a printed inner sheet. Excellent album. I'm really, really enjoying this one. I've listened to it loads since it came out. Here's the record. Mostly black on that side with a bit of white on the outside. And the side B is the complete opposite. Let's turn it up the right way. Yep, I'm really loving this one. This one's got tons of really, really catchy songs on it. Drums are great. Vocals are really, really good, and it's just packed full of catchy songs. They're easy to listen to, easy to get into your head. You sing along to them in no time. Never Enough, track 1 is superb. Sorry Not Sorry is really good. Tom Petty's Lips is great. Brilliant, brilliant, catchy chorus. Very easy to get into your head and sing along to. No Superman on side B is excellent. Up All Night, The Mofo Sauce, Rotten to the Core. Again, a bit like Those Damn Crows. If you're looking for some newer bands to get into, I'd highly recommend Black Spiders. Excellent album. I listened to this loads. Very, very catchy. Simplistic stuff, but very, very good at the same time. Curses from Black Spiders, which came out earlier this year on Cargo Records. Excellent stuff. Up next is the latest album from The Darkness, who are, of course, best known for their massive selling 2003 debut album, Permission to Land, and being the last band to have a really decent Christmas song. This is their latest album, Dreams on Toast. First things first, the album cover is bloody awful. Looks like they spent about 5 minutes putting that together. Absolutely terrible choice for an album cover. Fortunately, it's only the album artwork that's crap. This is a fantastic album. We have a printed cardboard sheet of the album cover there. Nearly lost the record then. Here's the printed inner with a picture of the guys here. Lyrics. I love this album. It's excellent. And here's the record. Red and black splatter. Both sides. Centering slightly different. This is their best album for about 10 years for me. And for me, these guys have never put out a bad record. This is definitely the best one they've done for quite a long time. It was produced by Dan Hawkins, Justin's brother. The production's great. Justin sounds fantastic. Very underrated songwriter. Amazing vocal range. His range is absolutely ridiculous. The highs that he can hit are just insane. I saw him live last year, right towards the end of last year, and he can still hit those high falsetto notes that he was doing 20 years ago. But a great album. I absolutely love this. Rock and Roll Party Cowboy, the first track, is superb. I Hate Myself's great. Mortal Dread, Don't Need Sunshine, Side B, The Longest Kiss, great tune. The Battle from Gadgetland, Cold Hearted Woman's a great tune. Very, very catchy stuff. Great guitar playing in that tune. Walking Through Fire is excellent as well. Weekend in Rome, the last track, is great. The drums from Rufus Taylor are really good. The guitar work from Dan and Justin are fantastic. And of course, Justin's vocals are great. It's just an album packed full of really catchy songs. Again, very much like Black Spiders. Easy to listen to, easy to get into your head. Very, very good album. I'm absolutely loving this. One of my favourite albums of the year so far. Just fantastic stuff. These guys get a lot of shit, and I don't really think that they deserve it. Like a lot of bands that do get a lot of shit, to be fair. The Darkness certainly don't deserve it. Dreams on Toast, despite its terrible album cover, is a great hard rock album. I am absolutely loving that. Great stuff. Up next, a new album from a band that I only recently reconnected with last year, and here's Dream Theater. I can't remember their name. Parasomnia. The latest album from them, of course, Mark Portnoy is back in the band. This is a gatefold. 2 LP on black vinyl. There's the gatefold for you. It's got a 12-page booklet with it, which I won't show, but there is the booklet. Very nice, very well sort of made, it has to be said. So 2 LP on black vinyl. Yeah, really reconnected with these guys recently. So what's the album like? It's good, but it's a bit too long, if I'm honest. In places, it's really good. There's a centre rings in black vinyl. And in some places, some of the songs feel like they're dragging their feet. I think with bands like Dream Theater, sometimes they're such good musicians, and they are absolutely outstanding musicians. But sometimes they forget, you know, the most important thing about songwriting, which is like writing a catchy song and something that gets into your head. Sometimes I think they sort of take their eye off the ball when they're just, you know, playing such amazing music. They get lost in what great musicians they are, and sometimes don't forget to write a really sort of catchy hook. That said, though, in places it's really, really good. It's only a couple of tracks that kind of drag their feet and pass me by, and I don't really recall them too well. But Night Terror is a great tune, catchy chorus. James Abrie's vocals are good. He's not quite got the range that he had, but still good. A Broken Man's a good track. Midnight Messiah, I really like. Great chorus. Obviously, fantastic guitar solos across the entire record, but particularly in that song. We Are Dreaming is good, but there are a couple of tracks that don't grab you as much as others, but I'm still happy to get it. And good to have Mark Portnoy back in the band. Dream Theater, their latest album, Parasomnia. Excellent stuff for the most part. Up next, some old school death metal, and here's Benediction and the Ground Leveler, which originally came out in 1990. This is a Back on Black reissue. I featured this not long ago when I did my death metal albums from 1991 video, ranking death metal albums from 1991. Yeah, good album from these guys. Old school UK death metal. So some homegrown death metal. Picture the guys there and some lyrics. Had this on CD for a while, and nice to get it on vinyl at last. There's the record. So, as you know, I'm not always a big fan of splatters, but if it matches the album artwork, I'm much more on board with them, and this does match the album artwork. As far as death metal goes, it's quite simplistic. Some great vocals, some catchy riffing, some fairly simplistic drums as far as death metal goes, but they weren't going all out to be incredibly technical back in the day, of course. But Vision, the Shroud on side A is great. Jumping in Shadows, Child of Sin, Born in a Fever, the Ground Leveler title track, Return to the Eve. Good old school death metal from here in the UK. Benediction's the Ground Leveler, which originally came out in 1991. Good stuff from those guys. Glad to get that in the collection. Only a few more left to show. In fact, I've gone a bit sort of screwed up. I was supposed to show this one before because this is thrash, but never mind. And here's Hydra Vein. And After the Dream, which I think originally came out in 1989. Good stuff from these guys. Not as good as the one that came before it, but I still really enjoy it. Yeah, Rather Death and False of Faith is definitely better, but this is no slouch as far as I'm concerned. There's the gatefold, inner pictures of the guys. So UK Thrash. This has got loads of promotional bits and bobs in it, which obviously I won't bother showing. I don't know why I'm showing you that. That's what you meant to do, Jimmy. Clear vinyl with some green splatter in it, which again matches the album artwork, so I'm cool with that. So yeah, not as good as the record that comes before it, but definitely no slouch. Like the vocals, drums are good. Some great guitar work as well, has to be said. What have we got on here? Born Through Ignorance is superb. Past, Present, No Future on side 2 is excellent. Turning Point, After the Dream, and Requiem. Mike Keane's vocals, yeah, I like his vocals, it has to be said. The guitars from Paul Bates and John Balfour are good as well. Just 6 tracks on this one, but I was happy to get this. I saw it on Amazon for a decent price. It was only about 18 quid, which in this day and age is quite cheap for an album on vinyl. But Hydra Vein After the Dream, really happy to get that one in the collection. That is excellent stuff. And 2 more left to show. Some old school death metal, which a band that I know about for years, but only really checked out a couple of years ago. And I'm glad I finally got around to picking these up on vinyl. If you're into death metal, this will need absolutely no introduction whatsoever. Here's Atheist and Piece of Time. Let's get the bad out of the way straight away. Seam split there, which is always annoying when you buy new records, but it is what it is. I'm not going to send them back as long as the record plays fine. So Piece of Time by Atheist needs absolutely no introduction if you're into your death metal. A classic album. Love this album artwork. Excellent stuff. Printed inner. Lyrics on the back. And again, the vinyl does match the album artwork. Looks decent, to be fair. Yeah, great stuff from these guys. A classic album, a classic band that need absolutely no introduction whatsoever. Really love the vocals. Drums are fantastic. Piece of Time, the opening track is superb. Room with a View is excellent. On They Slay, Side B, I Deny, Why Bother, No Truth. This album is over and done within about 30-35 minutes. There's no messing about. It's totally getting to the point. Punishing drums, some excellent riffs. Love the vocals. Excellent stuff from Atheist. Piece of Time from originally come out in 1990. I absolutely love that. Great stuff. Superb album. Really, really nice to have it on vinyl. And sticking with the same kind of theme. And here's Elements from 1993, which is definitely different from the debut. A lot of people don't like this one because it's much more experimental in the sound. That's what I love about it, to be honest. I think it's a fantastic album. It does not deserve the hate that it gets. Great mix on this record. The bass is nice and clear. Like I say, they're not doing the old school death metal thing like I did on Piece of Time. They're definitely mixing it up, bringing in some more styles, which I really enjoy. Again, the vocals are great. What they're doing musically, I find really interesting as well. Thinking outside the box, just not sticking with the same old formula. There's Yinna with the lyrics on that side. And again, the record matching the album artwork. So lots of purple there with some kind of bluey looking sort of colours in there as well. Yeah, I really like this one. It's, again, another one of those albums I think gets hated on purely because it's different, you know. I don't understand why so many people are completely against bands changing up their style and doing something different. I've got no problems with bands doing the same thing over and over again. I'm a big fan of Cannibal Corpse and AC/DC, and they always did that. But there's nothing wrong with bands trying something different. They're thinking outside the box. Green, the first track, is really catchy. I love the vocals in that. Displacement's really good as well. Mineral, Fractal Point, See You Again, and the title track Elements. Excellent death metal from these guys. Like I say, great mix. The bass doing some really nice work, nice and clear in the mix, not just following the guitar lines, it's doing its own thing, keeps things interesting. Atheist's Elements from 1993 is an absolute underrated gem as far as I'm concerned. I need to get the second album. When I went on Amazon and got these two, that was unavailable, so I'm hoping that's going to turn up at some point. I love that album as well. But Elements from 1993 from Atheist is excellent. Interesting old school death metal. Very, very glad to get that in the collection. Excellent album. And that's the last one to show for you today, guys. So, as per usual, get in the comments section. Let me know what you think about these pickups. What have you been listening to lately? It's always good chatting with you guys in the comments section. I should be back with you soon. Don't know when, but I've got some ideas for some videos coming up. I'm going to be doing a thread, not a thread response, but not too long ago, Darcy did a video about 10 albums with epic closing tracks. I'm definitely going to do a response to that because I thought of some great choices straight away. And I've got some other ideas for videos coming up as well. Again, thanks for watching. It's very much appreciated. And until next time, as always, cheers, take care, and I'll see you later.